In this video, we'll be studying two set of problem. That is the first condition without initial condition and the second one with initial condition for a circuit. So all these problems are based on switches, and the first one is how to do the problem without initial condition. So the first one, look at the figure that is given over here. It consists of a resistor, an inductor and a capacitor. Okay, and we have been told that we have to find the value of the current I of t when the switch is closed at t is equal to 0, and we have to assume 0 initial condition. So if there was any initial condition, we have to consider that as well, but here it is given in the question that assume 0 initial condition. So now let's try to draw the same figure for the time t greater than 0, and what we'll be drawing is a transform network, that is the network in S domain. So this is the transform network in S domain. The resistor will remain the same, that will be 2 itself. Okay, then the inductor value, whatever it is, you have to write it as L into S. Here the value of L was 1, so it is nothing but S. Then we have 2 by S, that is the capacitor. The value of the capacitor is given by 1 by Cs, so it is 1 by 0.5 into S. So instead of 1 by 0.5, we have written it as 2 by S. So this is how we got this value. Then sin t, we have to take the Laplace transform. So that is shown as 1 by S squared plus 1. So now let's write the mesh equation. The mesh equation for t greater than 0. So the mesh equation is given like this. So here it is. We'll start from here. 1 by S squared plus 1. So that is the first term. Minus 2 into I of S. That is the value through the resistance, the drop of the resistance. Minus S into I of S. Minus 2 by S into I of S is equal to 0. From this equation, what we will do is, we'll bring all the other terms other than I of S to the right hand side, and we'll simplify it and we'll get it like this. Now in order to find I of t, we have to do partial fraction first of all. So since the terms contain a quadratic term, this is also a quadratic term and this is also a quadratic term. So what we'll do is, we'll write it as as plus b on the numerator plus cs plus d, and then we will compare the coefficients of s cube, s squared and s1 and s0. So we'll get these four equations and we can solve them. So we got the values of a, b, c and d. Then after that, what we will do is, we will take it into such a manner that we can take the inverse. So this term will not have a problem. We just have to split it into 2. That is the numerator 0.2 s by s squared plus 1 and 0.4 divided by s squared plus 1. But this term we have to make it into a format that we can take an inverse, and that can be done by splitting 0.8 into 0.2 and 0.6. And then we will split these two terms like this. So that will be 0.2 into s plus 1 divided by s squared plus 1 the whole squared plus 1 minus 0.6 by s plus 1 the whole squared plus 1. Now let's take the inverse of each of these terms. So how will we take the inverse? So 0.2 s by s squared plus 1 can be written like 0.2 into cos t. Then this will become 0.4 into cos sin t. And this term, it is nothing but, if you just take 0.2 by s squared plus 1 without considering the shifting by 1, then the inverse of that is 0.2 into cos t. And if you consider that shifting term, that is plus 1 all over here, then it will become 0.2 into e raised to minus t cos t. So that is how we got this term. Similarly, we can do it for the sin t term as well. So this is our final answer considering t greater than 0. Our next problem is to find the current when there is some initial condition. So in order to find that, first of all, we have to understand the question, that is a resistor, inductor and a capacitor has been given in the question, and the switch is opened at t is equal to 0. That is, till t is equal to 0, this switch was closed, and after t is equal to 0, this switch became open. So a steady state condition was achieved before t is equal to 0, and because of this there will be some initial condition. So our question consists of two parts. First one, for t less than 0 we will have an initial condition, and for t greater than 0, using that initial condition we have to find out what is this I of t. This is where the switch was supposed to be, and the switch is closed, and the capacitor will act as an open circuit, so you have to leave it open, and the inductor will act as a short circuit. This is for steady state condition. So the inductor you have to mark using a short circuit or a wire. The resistance will not have any change during steady state condition. So we have to find the voltage through the capacitor. The voltage through the capacitor is parallel with this. That is this 1 volt. There is no other element, so we have to consider only this 1 volt. So the voltage through the capacitor is 1 volt. Next we have to find the current through the inductor. The current through the inductor is found using 1 volt divided by 1 ohm. So that value will be equal to 1 ampere. That is what is written here. So these are the two initial conditions for t less than 0, that is the voltage through the capacitor and the current through the inductor, and the same will be for t greater than 0, because the current through the inductor and the voltage through the capacitor cannot change instantaneously. So whatever we find for t less than 0, we can use it for t greater than 0. So next is, for t greater than 0, we have to draw the transform network, that is the S domain network, which is shown over here. So while transforming a resistor to the S domain, there will be no change, that is shown over here. For an inductor, the inductor has to have some initial condition which is represented by Li0, and the value of the inductor would become L into S. So here the inductor value is 0.5, so it is 0.5 into S. And the value of this voltage source which represents the initial condition is given by Li0, where I0 is the initial current what we found out to be 1 ampere. And the value of the inductor is 0.5. So 0.5 into 1 ampere, you will get it as 0.5 voltage. And note that the voltage source has to be marked with the negative near to the inductor side. So that is what is shown over here. So initially we had an inductor over here, and the inductor is marked with 0.5 S and 0.5 voltage. So that is what we just calculated here. The second is the capacitor. The capacitor is represented in S domain like 1 by Cs with an initial condition V0 by S, where V0 is the initial voltage. So 1 by C, the value of capacitance is 1 farad, so it is 1 by 1 into S, so it is nothing but 1 by S. And a voltage source has to be drawn along with it, which shows the initial condition. So that initial condition is V0 by S. V0 we found out to be 1 volt. So 1 divided by S. So that is what is shown here. So this is how a capacitor is represented. The resistance will not have any change, so we are going to mark it like 1 volt itself. Greater than 0. So we don't have to consider this part of the circuit. This part of the circuit is not there. What we have considered is only this part. So that is what I have drawn in the S domain, only the right hand side part. Next, in order to find the current, we have to write the mesh equation. So the mesh equation can be written starting from here. So 1 by S minus 1 by S into I of S, that is a drop across the capacitor. Then 0.5 S into I of S, drop across the inductor. Then plus 0.5, which is this voltage, minus I of S into 1, which is the drop across the resistor. Now rearrange this equation to get I of S. So we will get I of S as given over here. And in order to take the inverse Laplace transform to find I of t, we can use this equation, that is 1 by S squared plus 1 would become sin t. So if there is a shift, it would be 1 by S plus 1 the whole square plus 1 square. So we can understand that it is e raised to minus t, which shows that shift of plus 1 into sin t. Similarly for cos t, S by S squared plus 1 squared would be cos t. Since there is a shift of 1, we have to understand that there will be a term e raised to minus t in front of it. So that is how we got the final answer. This is the current for t greater than 0.